Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here. We are here. Good day, everyone. I'm just making some checks here. I think I'm ready. Yes, I'm a little late. Technical difficulties. Some things that I really can't look into now. But thank you for making the space your space today. And today's space will be speaking on a very good topic, a very insightful topic. It's not something that is riveting in everybody's ears. It's actually a training that I actually did 2 weeks ago at my institution, Excelsior Community College. Good night, all management team of Excelsior. Tonight it's all about speaking on the topic seniors using AI. We heard about all persons using AI, young at heart, youthfulness in AI. But now we're going to be engaged in a space showing how AI was taught to 20 odd 20 odd young budding innovators. That's what I call them. At a time when they thought they couldn't do it, but now they can. So let me just sit back and just tell the story. I'm going to be sharing my screen in a moment. So let me get my things together. Oh, yeah. This is on the slideshow from beginning. So share that window. Share. So, on your screen, right there, down there, you're seeing something called AI for Seniors. What they can do, I help them to empower themselves. I taught them to embrace the future with confidence. So today's session was all about how that was done. It's not something that you will say wow at the first glance. It's a reflective piece, and let's talk about it. Let's look at what's happening. So this is me for you. This is me saying to you, AI is not for the young or the technical. It's for every senior who still wants to learn, connect, ask questions, and live with confidence. Wow. Yes, that was one of the themes. So today's agenda is gone a little bit later, but we'll be looking at these. Safe, starting with a welcome. AI matters for seniors. So we're going to look at what that is. AI made simple. How did I get that done? Safe, smart, connected. We'll be looking at some safe status that we did speak to them about. Everyday real life scenarios. We place that in front of them and show them how AI could be able to erupt and show them the newness of what they can do. They showcase some snippets of what they learned. I wasn't privy to share everything, so I'll just show what I had. Most of what you're going to see had what you call music to them. But because I don't know what the guidelines are in terms of showing this now, I did not take it upon myself to put in the video of the music inside. So bear that in mind. So let's take the journey with me. Now, the journey takes a smaller steps at realizing that things are letting a little bit technical over by the I'll have to do it this way. The session is not all about seniors learning AI. It's about what happens when experienced adults are given the time, the patience, the dignity, the right to support and explore technology without fear. So, let me just relax. I think I'm not relaxing. Yeah, I think I need to be a little bit more relaxed. The seniors did not just learn tools, they built confidence, asked questions, corrected mistakes, and protected themselves and created something useful. So, let me share again because something went wrong. This is it. I'm telling you, technology this morning, today. Even my camera looking a little bit fuzzy. All right, so that's me. All right, I'll work with what is happening right here. All right, so I'll play this video. I'm gonna stop sharing a little. Make sure that when I'm sharing again, start with the audio. All right. Let's see what happens. All right. Let me play it back again. This was a demo video that I actually created for the actual session that was done. I tried to not make everyone's features out because, as you know, Data Protection Act. But I tried as much to carry across what was learned. So let me play it again, and then you can tell me. And this is what actually happened. So that's what happened. Things got enjoyable in the space. So why AI matters for seniors now? Somebody may ask a question, and honestly, when it came to me when I was doing this today, I had to think about what that question meant. AI became relevant when it connected to real life. Why am I speaking this to you now in regards to this? Is that when you train persons to use AI, you have to understand that you got to connect with them to what they're doing in their space. So the training worked because AI was not presented as a futuristic concept only for experts. There weren't any big jargons. There weren't any technical expertise given to them. It was just them, us, myself, and my other co-trainer, Mr. Paul Taylor. If he's around, I'm just going to say hi, Paul. It was connecting them to their real reality, real daily needs that they had to do, communication, meals, planning, hobbies, appointments, safety. And it was a 3-day concept. Day 1, day 2 got them with a conversation and making them a little more relaxed in the space. And day 3 was when they came alive. They showed what they were doing. So day 2 specifically shifted participants from just asking the question to applying AI to everyday life. And you'll see this in the presentation. So, seniors became more open to AI when they can see immediately usefulness. And this was real. As you can see in this picture right here, I was showing them, I gave them a prompt. I asked them a question. I asked them, what would be your response to what you wanted the AI to create for you? Some persons had anniversaries coming up, celebrations of their birthdays. So I said, create a concept using the prompt and then let me see it. And this was one of them. I was showing to them in the class what it was. I believe what they were celebrating their 50th anniversary. And they created the anniversary poster right in the class. It was a very memorable moment. So seniors become more open, as I said. When they use AI, they can see immediate usefulness. The AI is most powerful when it solves simple frustrations, right? If they can get to create the little things like the everyday hobbies, planning a trip, they don't have to call their loved ones, call their cousins, their grandsons, their brothers, anybody that was tech savvy in the family. No, they can do it on their own. And I told you, there was a testimony in that room. Practical examples reduce fear faster than long explanations. So they were given the avenue to just explore, inspire, and then go back and try again. So it matters when AI supports communication, planning their hobbies, appointments, and learning. So I gave them the opportunity to get that out there. Seniors can also use it to reduce frustration with everyday digital tasks, such as one of them wanted to know what they could be able to create an agenda for their community meeting. So I showed her how to do that. And that was frustrating for her before because it was dull and boring. But now adding AI and what AI can do to it gave life to the meaning of what that meeting was about. So it can also help with letters, reminders, meal plans, travel. I'm not going to say anything more. You'll see in the presentation. The goal is not to replace them, as a human, but make them digitally friendly, life come alive, and more manageable in terms of what they do on an everyday. So the first day framed itself, AI tools were introduced. So we used 3. I introduced them to 3, but they were given the task to use 2. And with doing things like this, you can explore a lot of these tools to everyone that can be applied across each dimension in terms of what you're teaching. And by the way, I'm wearing my merch today. I'll see more of it in the last episode. So what I'm saying is that tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude was introduced, and I gave them the opportunity to use 2. Why 2? Because they're simple to use. ChatGPT, what I call is everybody's business now. And it was something that they could be able to relate to because everybody in their sphere, in their own environment, were using ChatGPT. Gemini, of the sense, it was on their phone and they didn't know why it came alive. The other day, Google did a lot of changing around. So they had it on their phone, but they didn't know how to use it. Out of the class, we transformed that knowledge into reality. Participants were reminded that they stay in charge. So we did not just give them the opportunity to use it and say, go ahead, do this, go ahead, do that. We said to them, you are the expert here. One person looked at me and said, you're sure about that? And I said, yes, you are the expert. Why? Because you are in charge. The tool does not take information unless you give it. And based on what you want it to do, it will respond. So you decide what to ask it, what to keep, and what to ignore. It was a very playful moment. Now, AI made simple was one of the tasks was given. So the most important learning aspect of this was not technical. It was emotional. One seniors understood that they could ask AI in plain language what to do, try again and walk away at any time. The fear began to reduce. So the thing is about it is that I gave them an activity, as you can see here, to go home, pull something from the cupboard, pull something from anywhere in the space and carry it back the next day. And what was given is that they could use the tool, the camera on the tool, to show them how to read things that are very small and difficult. Transform what they knew that they're on the box or on the plain thing to real life in terms of simple prompting and asking questions about what is there. So it was an avenue that you could take a simple picture and enlighten it. One person carried some pictures that was so dated and were given the opportunity by guidance by us to enhance it. And she said to me, she was thinking of carrying it to a photographer to get it done. No, she did that training, changed the focus of what she was doing. So as you see in the picture here, I was showing them how to use simple things like a medicine box. Little things on it may not be visible to them. Take the picture of it, ask ChatGPT what it is, and other things that you can ask it. And trust me, they went wild. They went wild. No. The best learning happened through the use, not explanation. Why I said this? The session designed allowed seniors to try practical tasks, messages. So I gave them the opportunity to create messages to loved ones, and then spruce it up, put it on a canvas, put it on a poster, an infographic to show how they felt. Simplifying letters, planning meals. Yes, one person in there created a fish fry. Yes, man. Organizing day trips, and even using the camera to understand printed information, as we see here. So on day 2, they emphasized was choosing the tool, writing the prompt, and improving the response. So day 1 was basically having the conversation with the tool, wanting to know more about it. And even on day 1, I gave them the opportunity to look at themselves in a more younger version. So you had one professor, I will call his name now, Mr. Faulkner. I call him Professor Faulkner because he took the prompts to a different level, and he showed them how he could hug the younger version. The younger version who will hug the older version of himself, and that made the place just erupted. So if he's watching now, hi Mr. Faulkner. Yes, man. So this was one of, I will remain anonymous, I will not call her name, but when she sees this, she'll know that I mentioned her presentation. I gave them an opportunity to create a committee meeting, as I said to you. And I tell them to think about something that you want to create and have the AI create it for you, but make it more presentable. And one person wanted to create a tea party. And this was the prompt that was given. We just did something simple. It was a plan. So it gave them all the things that they needed to do for the plan, for the tea party, right? In bullet points. And when I saw it, I said to them, this can be more than just what it is on the platform. And they asked me the question, so how would that be done? And I just gave them a prompt to say, place response in poster format. And this was what the evidence was. So you can have everyday frustration tasks come alive, and that's what made it simple for them. Smart conversations with AI was done, and this was prompting became a life skill. Now remember now, guys, these are persons in a room that led processes, maintained their presence in HR management, led teams in both academic and private sector. And now they're not doing that no more. So what would they do in an everyday space? So they're not technical persons. And what happened is that training through the workshop, I was able to show them prompting is not a technical thing. It's something that you, as simple as you are, can be able to transform. So the training showed them that they're, as seniors, they already understand the logic of prompting because many spent their lives living or giving instructions, organizing people, asking questions, and solving problems. So this was part of what they did before. So even a simple prompt like plan a trip becomes better when details are added. Place, and I asked them the question, when plan the trip was one of the prompts I gave. And I said, what is missing from here? And the debate went, place, people, support, needs, budget, timing, transport, and rest breaks. So those are some of the things that they came up on. So prompting helps seniors to recognize that their life experience is part of the technological process. So as I said to you, it is not just putting the prompt on the screen and letting them do it. It's both carrying them through the process. And it was very memorable for me. So they had a task to plan a trip. Look at what the trip came up to be. So, as I said, the person will remain anonymous. So there was a debate on where they wanted to go. And I said, all right. Everybody said, let's go to Ghana. So one person was given the task to come up with the plan. Estimated budget per person, right? Recommended hotels. Ground transportation for 22 people. Remember now or not? They are putting thought on paper now. Total for 22 people, right? Days 1 to 4, they give you the attraction, the itinerary highlights. This is just putting what they placed in the agenda to life. Flights from Jamaica to Ghana, they gave 3 or 4 airlines there. Vaccination and health, what is required? What's included? Hotel recommendation, hotel accommodations for 13 nights. What's not included? Airfare, lunch and dinner. Suggested spending money was given. Important notes were given. I was so proud of them. So all I did was to ask the AI to just put it to life so I could be able to put it on canvas here so you can be able to see. All of this was not my doing in terms of idea. This was them breaking it down in small bits using prompting. And they came up with this. So, yes, that's me. Safe, smart, and connected. Stay safe was not just treated as a fear. Safety was not treated as a fear. It was treated as power. What do I mean by that, though? A strong part of the training was teaching the seniors how to protect themselves while still participating in digital world. I did some research and I realized that seniors are one of those persons on earth that are heavily targeted because now they're outside of the space that they normally were in terms of technology. And some things may not be off it with them in terms of what they need to know. And persons pry on them. I watched this movie and I came back home and watched it again. The beekeeper, where the lady actually was retired, but she holds a prominent space in terms of the foundation's monies and everything. And something came up on her computer and she just clicked. And they just went and took advantage of her. And I even spoke to them about it in the space, and everybody knew about it. And they said they were going to watch the movie, so I hope they did. The session also looked at identifying scams, protecting personal information, and utilizing a family-safe word. So the training was not about just AI usage only. I made sure, and I say I meaning when the task was given, it was just on getting them to know the tools and everyday life. But I sat down and did some very good introspection on what can be added more to make it a value. And I said safety, because when they come out of the space, how they're going to use the technology, or how they're going to be able to relate the technology in terms of safety. So the session also gave them clear boundaries about what should not be shared. PRN, bank cards, passwords, one-time codes, those stuff, full name with full addresses, anyone else's private details. So some safety checks was also a part of our discussion. AI voice scams were also given to them in terms of what can be done. Highlighting their ability to replicate familiar faces and voices. So seniors were advised that secrecy and ACE are warning signs. So when they get emails and they say, click now because your bank is waiting. We had a session where I showed them what the scam looked like and what they should be aware of. So they were very receptive to that. So we advised them that secrecy and haste was one of those warning signs. And a genuine emergency can withstand a 5-minute callback. So if your bank really needs to get to you, waiting 5 minutes to get through to them should not be a problem. Right? So this is the point of the day. The showcase of your golden years. So the AI golden years showcase, I should say. So this is basically showcase turned learning into a pride. They were very proud of what they did. So on the final day, which was day 3, they were able to show what they have learned. So based on, gave them some topics to choose from, and they went into their groups. I call them the AI buddies. So at the first day, I told them you need to find an AI buddy, somebody that is a little versed in it, that can be able to take charge in the group. And they went into their groups, they sat down and they discussed. Now, the final day was described as what we call a moment to show what was created, right? So explaining how it was made, celebrating how it was used, and the format was simple. Show how, explain how, and celebrate what you have learned. This is where the learning became more visible. And seniors moved from what you call, I am not sure I can do this, to here is what I made. The showcase also brought across about performance and how it was done. It was a proof that seniors could be able to create, explain, and use AI meaningfully. And let's look at what happened. So these two are actually done by the same group. And I'm going to leave it for you to actually choose. So which one you thought was the best one based on what you see here? Drop it in the comments below and we will look in your comments. And don't forget to follow us on Power of Teaching, where we come across to you every and other Saturday with topical issues that you would want to hear. So Waverly Space today, it looks very similar, right? Yeah, man. Look at this one. This was the next one. And this was done in, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to let you think about it before. If you know what this was done in, leave a comment below and I'll tell you. Leave a comment below and I'll tell you. But this was not one of those everyday chat, I would say chat, but everyday tools that they use. But look at it. And all of these were added with music in the background. I'm just letting you know. So we're giving like an event to create. Before now, these persons weren't able to do this. And look up their creations. Look at their creations. This one had their names, all of it, but I'm not going to be placing their names in the public like that. So I just put one of the slides that had them doing gardening, and this was created all on their own. I did not assist them in any way. This was created all by them. All I told them what to do was to choose a prompt, get the prompt doing based on what they were taught in the first 2 days, and connect the dots. And look at what they did. So what the 3 days reveals: seniors need access, patience, and purpose. So the training session revealed that seniors are willing to learn when the environment is respectful and practical. One of the things that they said, and you can see it in the testimonials as well, is the patience that we took with them. Even when Sir Edmund Campbell, I said I was going to call his name before, and I should have shown the article, but everybody should have read the article by now. And I promise I'll attach the article to this session. The patience, I said to him, nothing is silly in terms of a question. And I told him that I will wait on them, and whatever they need to do, I'll wait and get it done with them. I'll teach them at their own pace. Slow as it is, fast as it is, we're not leaving anybody behind. And this is one of the things that worked. The patience, the respect. Because I had to do some groundwork as myself in terms of looking at the niche and be able to respectfully know that it's not a training that is regular. So you have to know how to get into the room and own the space. So day one made gentle promises. Participants could not break it. No question was silly. They had a body, and training would move at their own pace. So they got a body to train to tag along with. No question was silly, and you couldn't break it. ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, you can't break it, right? So the success of the training came from the method. And the method is something that I curated. Patient, practical, respectful, and human-centered. All packaged in one. And that was what made AI for Seniors what it is. So if you are watching today, and you're going to be watching later, or watching anytime soon, and you have a set of seniors that you are very close to and want to see them explore new challenges or new flights of knowledge, contact me, and I'll get this off the ground and let them be budding innovators once again. So my takeaway for this is the training was clear. It's never too late to learn something new. Age is not a barrier when it comes on to technology. Technology doesn't have a barrier space that you can't learn what it is. And at day 3, this was reinforced to them. Future is yours. Keep learning, keep growing, keep shining. So I gave them that charge. Future is yours. Keep learning, keep growing, keep shining. Even the other day, Mr. Andrew, I know you're watching, or if you're watching later, he responded to my text when I asked him to share his knowledge and be a part of the session tonight if he's watching. Hi. And he responded and shared me 2 of his images that he created. And I'm saying, wow, you keep practicing. And he said, yes, he was taught. They look so good. If it is that I can be able to bring it up after I'm finished here, I will. So the 3 days experience for me proved that when seniors are given patience, purpose, and the practical tools, they do not hesitate to learn technology. They reclaim their confidence as well. So AI for seniors is not about just catching up, It's not about that. It's about stepping forward with wisdom, courage, and confidence. So, I hope to God you can see these, but I'm going to bring it up close. So this is one of the testimonials that you will read. So, AI workshop for seniors and retired persons. And this is this one person's response. Before the course even started, you felt as if you were a part of a special family. We checked about what was being planned for lunch and a follow-up call to say that the classroom might be a cold for some persons, and so be prepared. So we told them that they needed to, carry jackets or sweaters. Special thanks to Mrs. McCoy, she knows herself, and the admin team for their warm reception. Yes. I went in with an open mind, he said, not knowing what to expect. Imagine having access to some of these tools in front of your very eyes and not know what you are capable of doing. Wow. So, we were taught the basics of using AI to make life easier. We learned how to do posters, make plans for upcoming events, enhance photographs, do music jingles, and a host of tasks which I did not expect were possible. In the right hands, AI is a good thing. His words, not mine, but yes. And so one of the topics included security whilst using AI. As I said to you, I had to put that in. As a young senior citizen, he said, as a young senior citizen, the atmosphere could not be better, and the facilitators did a great job in making sure no one was left behind. The main presenter, yours truly, did a fantastic job in the sharing her knowledge with the group so that each participant had a hands-on experience with the versatility. That word. I'm just tongue twisted because of what is being read of AI. What AI could do. I've been using my AI training almost daily to assist me and even helping others. I look forward to an intermediary course in the near future so that I can learn more. Well done, Excel Community College. Well done, my institution. It's never too late to learn something new that can make life better for you and others. So, as I said to other persons, I don't like tooting my own horn. I realize that I'm not a user anymore. I'm a game changer. In different ways, in different spaces. And if you were following my journey, and if you have not yet started following, I've started my podcast this year with a different perspective. And I've left a lot of lessons learned and life lessons, bite-sized messages on each of my podcasts. For persons who are thinking about using this new medium to get off the ground in terms of information. I don't toot my own horn again. When I sat down with Mr. Campbell, it reminded me of where I started 2 years ago and more. And we had a conversation that if it was not because of work, he would have sat there and we would have talked. When he came to us on day 2, he went into a room that he saw seniors sitting, not sitting, but dancing to the electric slide. Yeah. And he said, Suzette, how is it that you got them so engaged for 6 hours? I said, you have to meet them at their comfort zone. And you have to give them things that are relatable. So I sat to myself, and I remember this when I went overseas, just last month, and we were given a regular exercise. And I said, now I need to add something to whenever I'm doing any face-to-face things to kind of broaden the room and get people off the thing. And I tried it with them, and I saw where it worked. Because they're coming from coffee break, coming from lunch, which was provided for them. And, seniors, them kind of get loud after a little while. You have to sit down, and by the time they sit down, you don't want them to be captivated in other things and distracted. So I played music, and they loved it. So what's next for us? We are actually putting together a next session for a set of groups. Hopefully by now, persons have already set themselves up to be demystified using AI come this Wednesday. No, this Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So if it is that you know anyone that have not yet signed up, or if you're a part of the group that did this and want your friend or your colleague to be exposed or experienced, it's not too late. They can make themselves available on Monday, next week, Monday, Tuesday, and sign up. And we'll take them through 3 days of exhilarating and exciting experience using AI. So, what's next for Teacher Chronicles? Wow. So this one is a doozy. And if she watches this anytime soon, she'll know what I'm speaking of. My friend and I, we chat and we talked about certain things as it relates to when AI came about with the AI agents. And I did my little research, and I'm still doing groundbreaking research on it. And I realized that when you create the agents, you actually have to give them access to certain things. But what if these agents started to do things outside of the box? And she and I were having this conversation, and I said, the dark side of AI. AI going rogue. Wow. That's something that could be spoken. So I looked upon what was happening in the digital space the other day, and it was alarming. Something started to flesh out itself. You know, and I know, when I play it, it's not mine, it's on Instagram. ABC, Good Morning America, a good amount of spread have carried this, and I've shared it on my LinkedIn pages throughout this week and last week on the areas of dark side of AI and what we need to know. A trainer's perspective. I'm a trainer. You are a trainer. How can you be able to infuse knowledge to your colleagues, your learners? And when they create these agents, what they need to do or what not to do. So, as you see on the screen, the future is intelligence are prepared. Are we prepared? Learning, adapting, evolving beyond control. Keep watching. Stay curious. Stay informed. Stay ahead. So the next podcast, AI going rogue. On where? Here. Power of Teaching. So if it is that you have not yet subscribed, click that notification button and subscribe to my channel. Yes. I hope you're seeing you're seeing the information, but I will show you what I'm talking about. So as I click this, you will be hearing the reel. So let me go and share. Stop sharing and share again.
AI systems as they get more powerful and have a broader impact on society. He says in order for a slowdown to work, though, AI companies in multiple countries would all have to agree to pause at the same time. Artificial intelligence company Anthropic is calling for a global slowdown on AI development, saying that systems are now advancing so fast they may soon be able to improve themselves without any input from humans. Anthropic co-founder Jack Clark says it is important that people keep control over AI systems as they get more powerful and have a broader impact on society. He says in order for a slowdown to work, though, AI companies in multiple countries would all have to agree to pause at the same time.
Imagine that. Wow. So as we close out, as we put ourselves back into the room, I hope you can see. I can't even stand up too much, but I hope you can see this is my new merchandise. It's called Teacher Chronicles. It's my merchandise. I'm going to be putting them out very soon. And you can be able to purchase if you need to. This merchant. So let me just tell you thanks for sitting with me. Thank you for having stayed the course. Let me just look for that little picture that I said I was gonna give you. Looking for it. Oh, Carol, yes, I am. She just sent me this very late. Yes, I am. Hopefully she saw this, but I'm going to be sending it back out to everybody after we're finished. After I'm finished, I'm just gonna show them what Mr. Andrew, who knows his name, actually gave me. So I'm just gonna be looking for it. Found it. So let me just share the screen quickly. What I could do is just put it on a slide. That's what I'm gonna do. Here it is. So this was done by him. Looks very authentic, doesn't it? Yeah, through the knowledge of creation, man. I'm proud of these guys. It's not funny. So it's something that I've enjoyed doing. It's something that when I was given the task, I discussed this with my VP, and if she's watching, good night, Dr. Malcolm Walker. She discussed it with us, the team of us, and we were just fleshing out what the possibility would be. And I took it upon myself to make sure that as a prompt engineer, as a certified prompt engineer, you have to put yourself in the room and make things more relatable. And that's what I was discussing with Mr. Campbell, is that the teaching was not just a training. It was something that I took very personal, because I have a grandmother who is celebrating her 101 birthday this year. Hi, Grandma. And I would want her to sit in a room and be able to do all of this and not feel as if she's not respected, and she's not, and the information is not something that she will be able to use. So I did my little checks and balances, and trust me, it was rewarding, because I was able to show a set of persons what technology with the right sense of purpose could do for you. So it's not about just training somebody. It's about putting yourself in the space and making humanistic and human-centered. So I tried to make sure that was a part of my doing, and most of them learned by doing, so I had to dig deep. There are instances of the space that I had to tell them, guys, we have to feed you. They were so engaged, it was not funny. So guys, if you're watching me now, just send a comment below. I'm still on stream. I will be coming off in a minute or two. If not, you can ask your friends or your co-worker or somebody with you to just leave a comment on the channel. Guys, I thank you for having the space with me for today. It was a very thought-provoking session that I had with these persons, and I will do it again. As I said to you, we're having a session come the Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week at Excelsior Community College, our Eureka campus to be exact. And we will be taking on another set of budding innovators. I don't call them seniors anymore. I call them tech persons. At the end, they will be knowing what they can be able to expose themselves to is just a part of it. But seeing their eyes light up, seeing what you have created come alive in terms of having them do things that they thought they couldn't do, as what Andrew said in his presentation there. So thank you again for having sex with me for at least 1 hour. I thought it was for 34 minutes or 45 minutes, but you can't rush greatness, right? As I said, next week, I will not be doing it next week. I think I'm not going to be doing it next week, but just watch my channel. You'll see the teasers coming out. But for AI going rogue, that's a session that I don't think anybody would want to miss. So when the link go out, share it with your friends, your co-workers, your partners, anybody who wants to know more about what you need to know as it relates to AI going rogue and what is happening in the sphere of technology. A back to school section will be done. I'm going to be having someone online. I'm trying to just work out the logistics of the timeline for that and have them speak on the valued asset of coming back to the classroom. As an institution, what are your preparedness agenda looking like? What are the things that you want to put forward to making this academic year for you a better one? Lessons learned from last academic year. What are the challenges that are going to be before you and how are you going to be able to solve them? So these are some of the questions that I will be put together and asked, and we'll see how it comes out. So thank you again for sharing this space. It's yours truly, Suzette Morrison Curtis, Teacher Chronicles, Power of Teaching, where everything and anything AI, technology, or anything wise is taught, is discussed. So have yourself a wonderful evening and stay curious. Keep staying safe. Take care.